Now, there are load management devices that you can implement to make sure, say, your hot water tank doesn't run at the same time as your air conditioner. In fact, I love electric tank water heaters on solar battery systems because the tank itself can be used to store the hot water. And so if you have this magical load management system that can turn on your hot water tank during off-peak times and then turn it off when the air conditioner is running, then you might be able to have your cake and eat it too in terms of squeezing more onto that backup load panel. But just keep in mind, the solution that works has to work when it's grid tied as well as when it's off grid. The minute that backup load panel goes above the inverter output rating, the system will turn off. And so this is what's exciting about smart home and smart appliances from an energy management perspective. An electric tank water heater uses about 40 amps of power, and you can find 40 amp programmable smart controllers to put in line to turn those tanks on and off. And really all you need to do is talk to your home consumption so that during that peak time, you can kill power to your electric tank, and then you can turn it back on again during off peak. And so these solutions are available on the market. The real question becomes, is it reliable? And so, I'm not trying to name drop too many companies in this presentation, but Lumen makes a energy manager where basically they have a whole bunch of disconnects. They wire them up to all your major circuits right next to your electric service panel, and so they can turn them on and off based off the power usage of those individual circuits. And so why this is important is because, electricity costs a lot of money. It's not just solar, it's not just batteries. Electricity costs a lot of money. You pay a monthly rent check, you pay a monthly electric bill. At the end of the day, even month to month, the electric bill may not be your largest financial concern. It is a rather large bill that you do pay each month, and no one's particularly happy to do it. And there's not going to be a cheap fix for something like that. And so installers want to look at what's the smallest possible configuration to deliver the customer of what they really want or need. And hey, there's markets out there where you don't need to have your air conditioner on a backup panel. I grew up in Texas. I would rather have all the food in my fridge spoil than to go without air conditioning in the hot Texas summertime. So how can you have your cake and eat it too? Well, you can install these load management devices, and just keep in mind that load management, in fact, can let you put air conditioning and hot water and other loads onto two 8-kilowatt inverters. But even so, you're not going to have enough battery capacity for long duration outages. So you have to compare the implementation cost of your energy management system as well as its reliability. And a hardwired system like Lumen is going to be more reliable than a wireless system, like trying to hodgepodge it together through a variety of smart home devices. But it's also going to maybe cost more. You have to look at that implementation cost against the cost of just saying, let's just add another battery and have that additional storage capacity in addition to the grid reliability. As a final note, and maybe we'll talk about this more in the next class, you couldn't put an undersized battery that violates that 2-hour rule, because this is 18.5 kilowatt hours on 16 kilowatts of inverter capacity without the load controller. You would put all of these devices onto two 8-kilowatt inverters so that during grid-tied operation, you have that reliability. You still might not be able to run the air conditioning unit with all your other home loads. It's something that requires further review.